Hello, everybody. We are back. It's the Collectors. We're back for episode 7 of the Collectors, where we have a live chat with you guys in the chat, where we show our collections, the new things we add to it, what we're discovering lately and want to share with you. And of course, you're along on the ride with us, so be sure to make fun of us in the chat. Would love to see that. With us is normal gang. The normal panel. We're missing a few key players, but we still have Curtis beside me over here. And look who's back. Kevin, Buried on Mars. No, Canadian Grooves.ca. He's a new celebrity, new Canadian celebrity. Already making waves in the branding world right there.
Hey, let me tell you, the celebrities on Twitter, they love Canadian Grooves. They hated Buried on Mars. I would tweet at them all the time. Completely ignored. Canadian Grooves, like, retweet, subscribe.
For sure.
Still the same me. But yeah.
So the rebrand worked.
Yeah. For the celebrities.
Right. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
They're like, this must be the new Maclean's magazine, Canadian Grooves.
Yeah. I don't want they're kind of on the downhill, those guys. So I want to be on the up.
Are you only doing like Canadian music stuff now? Is that
it? On the website? Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you're not doing any more like AC/DC reviews or anything?
Nah. Yeah. Wow. Just Canadian. Yeah.
Why? Why just Canadian?
I felt like I was getting overwhelmed with all the stuff, like all the projects. It's like, what do I do next and all that? So this just kind of gave me a way to, like just focus on only this stuff. And it cured a lot of the anxiety I had about everything. Cause I wasn't doing anything at all. It was just like, it gets to a point with me where I'm just like, I'm just not going to do any of it because it's all just so overwhelming. But then, I just kind of figured I'll just focus on this and whatever. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like nobody read the old website. No one's reading this one. So
hey, you take that back, sir. I read the old website.
Not many people. I'll say not many.
Are those things like in an archive somewhere?
Yeah, they're still on the web. Yeah, they're still there.
Okay.
You go to buriedonmars.wordpress.com. It's still all there.
Oh, but what if I go to canadiangrooves.ca?
Then you get different stuff.
Wow. So I still got to go to the Buried on Mars site if I want to get my AC/DC reviews. Because what would happen is I'd listen to an album and then I'm like, what are my thoughts about it? Those are my thoughts. Let's see if they align with Kevin's thoughts. And then I would pull up my Google machine, go to buriedonmars.wordpress.com, and then go, so Kevin has terrible opinions on music.
Yes. I can't argue with you there.
All right.
Yeah. So it's still all there for you to use. I'm not pulling it down. It's free to keep up there. It doesn't cost me anything. So I'll just leave it there.
Very fun.
So CanadianGrooves.ca. I think the whole endeavor was to just get Kim Mitchell to follow him. Success yet?
No.
I don't even know. Is that some Canadian person?
Yeah, he is.
Well, what do you think to go with the Canadian Grooves about Alex Lifeson's new project?
I've only heard the one song from it. I'm looking forward to listening to the rest of the album.
Okay,
I need to say anything.
No one commit.
Well, I haven't listened to it, so I can't really say.
You like the one track though?
It wasn't really in my wheelhouse, but my understanding is that song doesn't represent what the rest of the album will be. But it also has Andy Curran from Coney Hatch in it on the bass, so I'm sure it'll be great.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, well, it's good to see him working again. Both those guys. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Alex Lifeson ever stopped working. He just felt like taking some time off, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, last time we did a collectors, I want to say thank you to our guest, which was Eric. Mighty Q Dog came in, showed us some trains. That was exciting. Big episode. We had like 12 likes on that episode, by the way. So if you're in the chat right now, you have to try and break that record of 12 likes. I know YouTube has changed their the way they publicize likes and dislikes or whatever, but as a creator, I can see what the dislikes were. 2 dislikes on that episode. Two dislikes.
That had to have been because of you, Bill, and the boring stuff you were showing.
Had to have been.
They just wanted trains.
Everything else that I remember was solid gold. Solid gold, baby.
I mean, that's a ton of likes, 12 likes. It was very shocking to see the percentage was only like 87%. Oh, wow.
We're moving on up. It's important that we talk about our growth as we continue to grow the collectors, because it'll be fun to, you know, in a few months from now when we're like averaging 1 million likes per episode to look back at these humble beginnings when we were really excited.
I think Eric has a troll, because the odd time, you know, you go to the Q Dog house and you'll watch one of those videos and there's a thumbs down, and I'm like, who thumbs down? It's just them two pouring their heart out.
I think it's Mrs.
what
Q
they
Dog.
did. Maybe she doesn't want to do it. She's tired of it. And that's her passive aggressive way.
That's the way.
Yeah. She doesn't have the heart to tell him, but maybe if these videos get enough thumbs down, he'll get the hint.
Right. She does that from her burner account.
Right. Is that the Peter North account? I think that might be Melissa. You
might be onto something. Might be onto something.
I've never seen them both in the same room together.
That's right.
That's true. So yeah, we had Eric last week. This week we're going to have Duke come on in a little bit, and he's going to fill in the fourth window. And I know he's got business to finish up with Kevin about some Guns N' Roses.
I lost everybody for a second there, so I don't know what you said.
Yeah, all I saw was Kevin going like this.
Yeah. Everything just went black for a second,
and that's the meaning of life. So you know,
that's that's what it is. Right? One second you hear it, the next gone.
I was just saying, Duke's going to come on, talk to you about Guns N' Roses. You guys have a project together, you know, building your own.
Oh, right. Album. To use your illusion. I guess I gotta go to buriedonmars.wordpress.com to find out what I wrote about that, because I can never remember what songs I picked. So there you go. Full circle.
You had a good use your illusion.
I think I did, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good. I love seeing, you know, I can't wait to hear what Duke says.
And he's been dying to get on here to share it with you, but Kevin hasn't been able to make the show a couple times, so we haven't been able to pull it off. But tonight we will pull it off if we get enough likes. So hit that like button. Then you might as well be subscribed at the same time. Do that. We also have the mailbag to go through. Our buddy Bill from Toronto is keeping us super busy in the mailbag, so lots of cool stuff to look at there. If you recall, he sent us 1/2 of his Darth Vader head of figures. So now you get to see the second half.
Yes! Oh, yes! I'm so excited because all we got was the feet last time.
Yes. So remember those feet. We'll put them together now with where they fit.
Oh, that's great. That's good.
It's exciting. So lots of mailbag stuff, lots of fun stuff to move forward with. Anyway, should we get started, or do you guys have any other stories you want to, Curtis? It's been your birthday.
No, this is actually my buddy in Wisconsin has an arcade, and he had a shirt. You know, like you could celebrate your birthday there, like have a birthday party or whatever. And he sold these shirts, and I was like, bro, that's an awesome shirt. And he just gave me one. And I'm sad to say this shirt is reaching the end of its life. You know, it's getting a little frayed up here. There might be a hole in one of there's a hole.
That's okay.
You know, that's when you know a shirt's nearing the end. But I love it so much. But I'm gonna wear it until it's time to go. But coincidentally enough, or ironically enough, I never did have my birthday at Quarters Arcade, but I love the shirt.
Okay, good times. Kevin, I don't know if this is true or not, but it looks like you have a whole brand new shelf behind you. Over there.
This?
That looks brand new to me.
No, it's been there for a while.
Okay.
I think Well, maybe that's the first time on this show. Maybe because I think before Christmas I moved all the. So Sarah, she's been working from home, and she's got her own little desk and stuff, and it's kind of like become more and more permanent. So there was just this model kit stuff that was kind of in her way, and I just put it all down here. It's the same shelf. I just put all the model kit stuff down there, but it's been there for like a couple of months now. So good of you to notice, Bill.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. And I don't know if you noticed, Kevin, but we're now headphones off club.
Oh,
we're riding dirty, no headphones.
Oh, how come? What brought that change?
Rebels.
Yeah.
Okay.
DGAF, Kevin. I don't give a fart.
Okay. Well,
it's congratulations, yard, man. What a great job they do at working out the audio. Like I don't hear the echo, and
well, you guys do sound a little bit off. I will say. Like I can hear, it doesn't sound as good. God, I don't think, but
son of a, are you messing with me?
No,
are you messing with me?
There's a little bit of, it's like especially on Bill, he sounds a little bit tinny, and I think that might be the software, doing its thing.
God damn it!
But I sound all right. I'm all right?
Yeah, with it up your schnoz like that, it sounds wonderful.
That's what those thumbs down were last episode.
There you go. See, Jesus. These guys are total, knobs.
I went back and listened to some of it. I thought it sounded fine.
I'm just reporting to you what I'm hearing in my ears.
Maybe your ears are broken.
Could be.
Maybe you have terrible headphones, and that's the thing.
I don't think so. Because these headphones have been rather consistent over. These are the only headphones I've used to record absolutely everything. Every Retro Fandango. These headphones. Fun fact.
All right. Well, I think we've preambled enough. I think it's time to start showing some collection.
Sure. I'd love to show you a couple. I showed this off on the VHS show over at the Happening YouTube channel, Midnight is Flashing. I don't know if you guys are aware of that big time channel. You should be subscribed to. Yeah. Midnight is Flashing, all things VHS. Because I found some Canadian broadcasting artifacts that I rescued because these were bound to be destroyed. I rescued them. I thought it'd be fun to show them on that show because it's broadcasting history, analog tape, magnetic tape stuff. And why not show it here too? I know you guys already saw the VHS show, right?
Of course.
But if you'll indulge me.
Don't be too invested
quickly here.
Kevin I love knows, VHS, so bring it on. Let's do it.
Kevin knows all about this next piece of broadcasting history right here. Kevin knows these. Seen that before, Kevin?
Oh, yeah. 1-inch tape.
1-inch tape. So before, we got the cassettes and all that, we had to roll 1-inch tape. And here is an example of the 1-inch tape. But this is a calibration tape. So you need this particular reel to calibrate your machine. So I was kind of shocked that it was disposed of because you absolutely need this if you want to set up your big 1-inch reel-to-reel tape machine.
We didn't.
Well, now you can.
I almost said where we worked before. I don't know if I'm allowed to, but where we worked before, we didn't actually put 1-inch tape to air there. Right? I remember doing it at the other place I worked at, but everything had to be dubbed over to beta, right?
Yeah. Like some of our shows came in like this, and then the tape department dubbed them over to.
Yeah. Like I remember at the other place I worked at when they got Star Trek: The Next Generation on 1-inch tape, they thought that was like we've reached the next level. It's ridiculous. I swear, if you worked in TV, that was a hilarious little anecdote. I'm sure it killed amongst the operators who are watching right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And okay. So Kevin, I hope Kevin appreciates this as a Canadian as much as excited as I was to find this. Does that ring any bells, Kevin?
It's not hobo with a shotgun, is it? M.E. Hobo.
Hobo. Come on.
No.
Hobo.
I know Hobo with a Shotgun. That's a Canadian movie. Oh,
Littlest
you
Hobo.
got an episode of The Littlest Hobo? How did you get that?
This is, let me see if I got the right one here. Yeah, this is an audio reel. So this is what they produced. They had to edit this onto the actual show. This is music and effects on what is that? 3/4 inch tape?
I guess. No. That
half inch.
Yeah.
Here's all the details there. Music and effects, English vocal, half-inch tape, time codes on track 4, Dolby.
You'll have to fill me in on what the Littlest Hobo is.
Really, you've like, it got exported down south, right? Littlest Hobo.
I would be surprised if it made it all the way down to California. Might have made it to Buffalo, or Wisconsin. That's right. Yeah, come on, Curtis.
No, listen. If it's not poutine or Michael J. Fox, we really don't know about it.
Well, it was this dog, kind of like the Incredible Hulk. How this dog would go from town to town and kind of help people. And because he was the littlest hobo, he's a hobo, but whatever town he wound up in, a little dog.
Did he have the little the bindle or whatever with the, the stick with the handkerchief with like food and stuff in it?
Pretty much. And in Canada, we were subjected to this show on a daily basis. Half an hour show.
Treated to this show.
Yeah.
I would not say subjected. Treated.
That the theme song is just, we know that theme song more than we know our national anthem, Littlest Hobo theme song. And that's how much we know that show. That particular music and effects reel was from 1980. The episode, what did it say? It's called The Ghost Rig. And Kevin, you'll be interested to know that was shot around in Whitby, Brooklyn, Goodwood, Aurora, and downtown Toronto.
Wow.
Dean's here. Good to see you, Dean's. He's asking if it's the same dog for the entire run. No, there was 6 dogs. They were all known as London, though. That was the dog's real name. The place I work at now, London walked the halls of the very place I work at now.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty exciting, eh?
Bill, that's awesome. I don't know what to say. I'm so impressed about this dog walking near the same place that you've been. That's pretty cool, you know.
I need more Canadians on here to really drill into the point, Curtis, for you. How
one day, I wish I knew stuff like that. Like one day when I'm dead and I'm in heaven and I can go through the Google database in heaven, I want to go, how close was I ever to Lassie? How close did I walk? And it'll be like computing. In 1997, you were in Madison, Wisconsin, and Lassie was in Madison, Wisconsin in 1957. That's how the heaven computers talk, by the way. They still have the old beep boop voices.
Lassie was a chump compared to Littlest Hobo.
Yeah, I agree.
Whoa.
We got some love face online strips without clothing. How do someone strip without clothing? Do they strip the hair?
I'm in.
Okay, so there's more artifacts here. I know you guys are blown away by it, but I have another artifact, broadcasting artifact. So that was magnetic tape that they had music and effects on that they would edit with the reel program. This is actually magnetic recording film right here in this box. So it's film, but they just painted a layer of magnet of the magnetic layer right on one of the sides of the film. And I guess some people prefer to use that because the film is fed by sprockets and there was less chance of wow in the tape moving back and forth. I guess I don't think it was any cheaper, but there it is. There, another full reel of music and effects mag track. This episode was called Carnival of Fear.
So So you could listen to the episode, but not actually watch it.
No, but I have no way of playing back this film. I don't know what. I think it's 16 mil. I think it's smelly.
What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that, Bill?
It's an artifact. I couldn't let it go away. You know what this has on it? You know, we were talking about the iconic theme song. This has the full res, uncompressed, original theme song. Like, you can't find a higher quality version of the theme song than what's on this piece of tape that no one can play.
You're quite the collector, Bill.
Couldn't help it. When I saw that, you should have seen my face beam when I saw an original piece of Littlest Hobo history right there. Carnival of Fear, that was again 1980, and that episode was shot in Uxbridge. So, yeah.
That's
sorry,
where they shot Schitt's Creek. A lot of it, anyway.
Well, there you go. They knew. They had the hobo history there. All right. So I just want to start off with those little pieces of broadcast history to show you guys. I thought it was neat. And for Canadians, too, to see that. I'll move along, see what Curtis brought for us today.
What's up, everybody? As we all know, we got to start the day with a little 80s and 90s trivia game. Here
Stress
we go.
right off the bat.
Right off the bat. I thought last week or last show there was some pretty easy ones. So let's see if we get something a little bit more difficult this time. Oh, this is easy. Okay.
I like that. I like that. I like easy.
All right. Let's go to Bill for this one. I think Kevin would know this too. Who won an Oscar for his performance in Rain Man?
Well, it was my buddy Tom, but I bet you Dustin Hoffman won that.
That is correct. All right, Kevin. What year was John Lennon killed?
1980.
Very good. All right.
Wow. Same as the Hobo episodes.
All right,
there
Bill.
you go. Yeah.
Here you go. What was the name of the first house mother in The Facts of Life? And if you need hints, they give you three names, but
yeah.
We'll see. Okay, was it Mrs. Florick, Miss Hensley, or Mrs. Garrett?
The Florick thing sounds familiar. Garrett came in later, right? So I'm going to say Florick.
That is incorrect. It was Mrs. Garrett.
Oh.
Why would Mrs. Garrett come in later? The show was spun off of Different Strokes, and
I thought it went the other way.
No, she was the spin-off.
Why would you ever question Bill's reasoning?
Touche.
Okay, here we go, Kevin. True or false? On March 29th, 1987, over 90,000 people packed the Pontiac Silverdome to watch ballet.
I have no idea.
Well, is it true or false?
Well, who would make something up like that? So I'll say true, unless it's a stupid other number like 100,000.
That is false. 90,000 people packed the Pontiac Silverdome to watch WrestleMania 3.
That is a dumb question.
Why would they do it?
With the main event, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. Don't you remember? That was a big deal.
I would take that game and throw it in the garbage for that question. That's an infuriatingly
okay. Well,
question.
It's 1-1. So
just wait till you get to the Star Trek questions, Kevin.
I'm going to throw this one up in the air. The first person who
Voyager
gets it wins. All right, because it's 1-1 right now.
No, there's a delay. That's no good.
Well, we'll see how the delay goes. Here we go. What U.S. president quipped that he forgot to duck when he was shot?
Reagan.
I'm on a delay, so I say it
sounded like Bill got it.
I'm on a delay.
No, I'm on a delay.
My delay is crazy.
Look, snap your fingers. I'm on a delay.
It's my delay.
Well, maybe when Duke comes on, we'll do another round because that was pretty fun.
Good
All
stuff.
right. So,
Nancy, I forgot to duck.
I forgot to duck.
I get a bonus half point for that.
That was good. You're right. Kevin wins now. I take away that point that Bill got. Kevin wins for doing the Reagan impression. Yeah, very good.
Unless
you can do a really good Nancy Reagan, Bill. I'll give the point back to you.
And can you do a Nancy Reagan while sitting on Mr. T's lap?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll pass. I'll let
Do
Kevin
you
have
pity the fool, or are you just happy to see me? Yeah. Okay. So I don't actually have a whole lot of pickups this week for once. I'm excited. I get to like some collecting stuff that we always talk about.
No one likes pickups anyways. We only like additions to the collection.
Yeah. Well, this isn't an addition to the collection. I'm pretty proud about this one. I went to a Goodwill. I don't go to a whole lot of Goodwills, but I had some time and there was a Goodwill nearby, so I went to it and I was poking around in the VHS and stuff. They didn't really have anything, but in the center of the store they had these just a bunch of junk kind of all piled on top of each other. In one little corner I was like, "Ooh, what is that?" And I walked over and I was like, "Oh, yoink." Went and paid for it. It's a little VHS rack.
Mm-hmm. The drawers.
Wow.
The drawers.
I saw one of those today too, actually. I never grabbed it, but
5 smackaroonies. And this thing is like in great condition. I don't know if you can really do it justice in the video, but it's really nice. So that's good because I'm getting to the point where I need to have some storage stuff for the VHSs because I'm running out of room because I have too many.
But once they're in there, then no one can see them anymore.
Oh, but Bill, you got to think when somebody opens that drawer and it's all nice and curated and it looks all pretty in a row. It's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. You'll see.
Okay.
Speaking of VHSs, I wasn't planning on getting any, but stupid Chris Roberts, who isn't here right now, knows I have a weakness for great deals on Instagram, and he sent me a little link, and I went to it, and I was like, oh, he knows I'm looking for these, and it was a good deal. I couldn't pass it up, so I ended up getting Ernest Saves Christmas.
How do you not have all that already?
You know, I have this on DVD, but I'm kind of like going for a VHS set of all the Ernest stuff. So just your basic tape, you know.
I guess all of his stuff came out on VHS too, right? Like that would have been his entire era was in the VHS.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, like I don't even think this has been released on Blu-ray. I have the DVD.
Me too. Yeah.
I don't think it ever made it to Blu-ray. And then I got Ernest Rides Again. Now, this is the first one that is.
Hey, is that Bill's guy in there? Is that Robert Culp? Oh, maybe not.
It's very possible because, and you'll like this. So the first 4 Ernest films were produced by Touchstone Pictures, which is a subsidiary of Disney. So they were essentially Disney films, right?
Okay.
But after Ernest Scared Stupid, I don't know if the rights or whatever, they started being made by a different production company, and they made them in Canada.
Okay.
So the next 5 films were made in Canada, and the first of which was Ernest Rides Again. Now, if you know Ernest films, there is a steep dip in quality after Scared Stupid. They go down fast. But this one is kind of on the way down. It's still not like once you get to Ernest Goes to School, Slam Dunk Ernest, Ernest in the Army, Ernest Goes to Africa, they're pretty bad. This one still has some merit to it, but it's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Let's not lie. One thing that's cool about this, though, I didn't realize this. First of all, it has a short featurette, Mr. Bill Goes to Washington. Remember Mr. Bill?
Oh yeah. How did he get that guy?
This is actually a promotional copy. And I watched it today because I was like, it's been years and years since I've seen Ernest Rides Again. And they have this thing at the beginning where they're talking about how this film was the first of its kind made. It was like an educational film. So you're supposed to watch it, but then also they came up with like these educational things because it's about the crown jewels of England. I don't know, really silly, but there's this whole spiel that Bill, it would be great on Midnight is Flashing at the beginning, talking about how this is the first of its kind. It's like a hybrid film versus, plus educational thing that you could show in classrooms. Really bizarre. But this is like a promotional tape to help sell that. And then, of course, you have the full film. Really neat. I had no idea when I got this that this was like a promotional one. You know, it's even cool. It's got the red top.
Yeah,
which is neat. But I think this makes this a little harder to come by.
It does. Yeah, that's
a little
cool.
bit more.
It made it cool.
Made it cool. And then that same guy, I always ask when I'm picking up tapes, hey, do you have any 90s cartoons or wrestling tapes? This guy happened to have some wrestling tapes, and I picked up WWF Most Amazing Matches. And it looked like
Bertha E. Stream? Oh, Stream. Bertha. You got Bertha's tape.
Bertha, I got your tape. Most Amazing Matches. Now, this may not mean much to you guys, but when you think Most Amazing Matches and they got Bret Hart on the cover, you think you're in for a treat. Now, this isn't going to be very funny to you guys because you guys aren't wrestling aficionados, but this is not full of amazing matches. You got Razor Ramon versus 1-2-3 Kid. That one might be all right. Bret Hart versus Jerry the King Lawler. Okay. Undertaker versus Mabel. No. Bret Hart versus Isaac Yankem. No. Isaac Yankem his gimmick was he was like a dentist. He was like an evil dentist. And then Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus Henry O'Godwin. No. And it also has top secret codes and strategy tips for video games from Acclaim. Now, I haven't watched this one yet, but I'm interested to see how they work in those strategy tips. But nonetheless, a fun little oddity. This is official Coliseum home video, which was the big distributor of WWF tapes in the 80s and 90s. So fun little oddity to own.
So you didn't like The Undertaker? I thought he was a popular guy.
Oh no, The Undertaker is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. It's Mabel that is not. Mabel
Who's Mabel?
Exactly. Mabel was in 95. They were trying to push Mabel as this big threatening heel character. Big guy, like 500-pound guy, 500-pound guy. Just wasn't very good. So
poor Mabel.
Got some more tapes, and those are all the tapes I got. And okay, I take it back. I was just about to say I don't have any tapes on the way. I do have tapes on the way, but I bought them like a month and a half ago, and they're just getting shipped out. So I do have 4 more tapes on the way. But other than that, I haven't bought any tapes in like 2 weeks. It's pretty good.
So when you say you buy stuff on Instagram, how does that work? Do people just post stuff and say, I got this for sale? Hit me up.
So you can follow certain accounts, or you can look up the hashtag VHS for sale or VHS sale. And people will put that hashtag when they're doing sales, and you claim it. They usually send you a DM like, hey, this is how much it is for shipping, You send them the money, and then they're like, great, give me your address, and they ship it out. It's super easy.
You claim it before you know what the price is?
No, they usually put the price. Usually, like say it's $1, it'll be $1, but shipping will be like $4. So they'll be like, shipping is $4 for the first 4 tapes. So if it's like $1 a tape, usually you're like, well, let me get a couple more tapes just for kicks and giggles.
Shipping is $4.
Yeah.
Maybe
for them.
I might be able to get my T4 slip in the mail for $4. Maybe.
Well, see, we have media mail here.
Yeah.
Media mail is pretty cheap.
Ridiculous.
And those are my pickups. So I'm going to yield my time. That went quick.
All right. The additions to your collection. All right. We got Kevin up next. Don't forget to hit the like button. There's lots of big stuff coming, including the mailbag. By the way, I got something in the mail that we're going to open live on camera. That's going to be exciting. And the Star Trek trivia, that's coming up too. Sorry, Kevin, go ahead.
Star Trek trivia. What?
Yeah.
Didn't you watch last episode?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You bet.
I watched the one before, and I actually took notes, but then it I don't know where my notes went.
Lost in the flood.
Yeah. So this is my first episode I've been on since Christmas. So I got a lot of stuff to show. I could do a whole episode just on me, but awesome. I won't. I'll try to go as quickly as possible through things. But because I don't know how much time I'm going to have, I'm just going to start off like I would usually build up to this, but let's just get right to it. Let's get to something that I just picked up today. The power went out today. We had a 13-hour power outage today in my house. And when I got home, Sarah's been working from home. So it was like, she was cold and hungry. The house was 58 degrees for you Americans. So I took her out to get something to eat. And when we were finished, the power was still out. So I said, let's go to our little mission thrift and waste some time there before going back to our cold house. And that's what we did. And I'm so glad I did, because I found there for $3 this amazing record stand still in the box.
Wow.
With the Francais on the back. So it's Canadian. So that this is a high quality product.
You got to put your Stones in there.
I was just going to say, I love that they got the Stones in the front.
You got your Stones and the Hollies and your Merle Haggard. So any genre of music can go
It'll
in
hold
it. It'll hold it. So I don't know if this thing's ever been open.
Is there an original price sticker on there?
There is not.
One? Oh.
But it can hold 45s or 12-inch LPs. If you got one of them Matt Bandy 10-inch,
right.
Okay.
What about 78s? 78s, no good.
No good.
But how many does it hold?
I don't know. So let's see. I'm going to open it up here. See what we got inside here. Yeah, it's still in the plastic here.
Smell it. What's it smell like, dude? That's like 40 years old.
Doesn't smell like anything.
No.
It's stuck in there. That's why.
What's
by the way,
French support?
TV. This is made by TV International.
TV, right.
TV.
But the French support the discs.
Yes.
Support the discs.
Yeah, this is like wedged in there. Hopefully there's not a dead animal in here or something. Really in there.
That's what she said.
You didn't check to see if that sucker was cracked or anything?
Nope. For $3, I said, what the heck? Let's do it. It's an unboxing, right? So there we go. Well, there's all of our pieces. There's our bottom.
Wow. Looks sturdy, at least. Doesn't look flimflammy.
No. And there's our leaves, I guess. Is that what you call them?
L support.
Brackets?
And snap.
I don't know how this goes together either. This is like Duke doing his TV repair.
Yeah, I know.
So
Get ready for 45 minutes of soldering.
Don't spoil it on me. I haven't watched it yet.
Assuming it goes like this. Oh, there we go. Snaps in there.
Look at that. What a thing of beauty.
Look at this.
We're gonna watch them all go in, I guess.
Oh,
There
man.
we go. Yeah, what the heck? I'm going to go wild. I was only going to put 2 in, but you know what?
Dude, just go the full Monty.
There we go. Look at that. Sets up in seconds. I feel like Ron Popeil here. There you go.
Look
That's why the
at
table's
that.
here. Now,
Wow.
I'm going to put a record in there.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. You're done.
Whoa.
Look at that.
It works.
How is that unused for that many years?
I don't know. It's brand spanking new. Now the record, yeah, I guess it's got a little bit of a stop there, stopgap. So there you go. You can put all like your most listened records right by your player.
Yeah, that can be your like you're currently listening to selection.
Yeah. There you go.
I don't know why, but we lost our viewers with that. We're down to 0.
Well, way to go, Kevin.
I don't have any Ernest tapes to show. I'm sorry.
Promotional Ernest tapes.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you want to see first? I got DVDs, I got CDs, and I got LPs.
Shake it up.
Well, yeah, if you get the LPs out, they can go in the rack.
Okay, well, here we go. Colin James.
Canadian
this is National Steel. So if you go over to CanadianGrooves.ca, you will see a review of Colin James' Blue Highways, which I picked up. Now I can hear myself echo on somebody's thing.
You sound fine over here.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, you can see a review of this album over on CanadianGrooves.ca. And I picked up his other blues album that came out in 1997. I had this on CD back in the day. And look at this. I bought this off of Amazon, and it's a record store day. Black Friday dealio. There you go. It was the last one there for brand new.
How did that not get snapped up?
I don't know. It didn't. So I said, what the heck? You know what? I better pick that up because that is a good album. I don't know why I gave it up. I had it on CD.
Curtis, you know the Colin James?
Oh, do I? No.
So Colin James is a bit of he's mostly a rock and roll guy. And then he does like the Brian Setzer thing with that swing band revival stuff.
Right.
Oh, okay.
He's got his Colin James and the Little Big Band.
You know what?
Version of that.
He doesn't wear his sunglasses at night, though. That's someone else.
That is Corey Hart.
Corey Hart.
Yes. So I think this might be. I'm not sure if this is. This vinyl has a tinge to it other than black. But I think it might because it is a record store day deal. And it's wedged in there. So there's your liner stuff in there. And I can't get it out. I can't believe you lost ratings on this. Okay, let's see. Does it have a color? All right, this is what I thought. You got it.
Clear.
Nice gray.
Coke bottle.
I like the gray.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
Is there some smoke in that, or is it just full on gray?
It's full on gray.
Swirly whirlies?
Oh, maybe a little bit, yeah. Certainly looks like that on camera. So there you go. This is like more of an acoustic blues album, and the other one, Blues Highway, is more of a full on band. There you go. You put that in there.
I'm waiting for that to snap on the third album. Crack.
No.
Okay, good.
It's all good. I just came back to say goodbye. Look, you got comments here. You said we lost our.
Oh, well, that's Bill from Toronto right there. We're going to get to his mailbag soon.
Okay. I'm a huge fan of this group, The Pursuit of Happiness. I have this album already, but this is Love Junk, the deluxe version. They had just one of these sitting there on Amazon, and I said I better pick that up because it comes with a whole extra disc of outtakes and studio session things, and it is a great looking set. Look at that. Got the Love Junk in there.
I missed who's this?
The Pursuit of Happiness.
The Pursuit
Another
of Happiness.
Canadian band. Really a local Toronto band.
I just listened to a little Colin James. That was good. Super bluesy. Very bluesy.
He's got like a couple, like those two albums are bluesy.
I did I was listening to the Blue Highways one.
Yeah, that one's bluesy, but he's more of a, I don't know, Bryan Adams-ish. Like that's his rock and roll stuff. That's what he's really known for.
Oh, okay.
But it's just regular black vinyl, but it's good stuff. And actually, I think everything I got here is all Canadian. So sorry, Curtis.
Apology accepted, Kevin.
Yeah. I got some Ron Sexsmith here. He's more of a folky Canadian guy.
I wonder what the what is it? The etymology of his last name, his surname, Sexsmith.
Yes.
You know, like
yeah, he was big into sex.
Yeah,
he's got sexy ancestry. So this is a 2-disc set, and it's one of those ones where it's like just an envelope. There's no gatefold or anything. Just the 2 discs go right in there. So I'm not a huge fan of, but
yeah, I don't like when they do that either.
Kevin, you would have loved that show. Pursuit of Happiness. Tragically Hip at Old Fort Henry in Kingston.
That would have been awesome. In Kingston. Oh, seeing the hip in Kingston would have been something else. Here's another Ron Sexsmith. This one came out last year or the year before. So I just picked these up. They only had like a couple of them on Amazon. So speaking of the hip,
if you like one of Kevin's Instagrams, he'll go out and buy your entire catalog.
No, I actually had a bunch of Sexsmith CDs. I have a bunch of them, but yeah, like him, I'll admit him liking my one of my tweets there made me think of him while I was on Amazon. And when I saw them there for $20, I said, what the heck? Why not get those?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I had this one on CD as well, but I picked this up on their website because I threw it in with the big one here. This is the Tragically Hip Road Albums, Road Apples Deluxe Edition. Comes with remastered Road Apples, Saskadelphia, Live at the Roxy Show, and then a bunch of studio outtakes. And
Jesus, we already got those albums anyways, too, don't you?
I have 2 of them. I have Road Apples and Saskadelphia, but this Live at the Roxy Show, it's the first time it's been released, and it is a fantastic show. Parts of it have been released before, and actually one of the songs on there, Highway Girl, became a bit of a radio hit in Canada, but no one could buy the album. You had to buy a single, I believe, and you got that on the B-side. But this is the entire show that was released, and then you got all the extra demos and stuff. And originally I wasn't going to buy it, but because I already had a couple of the albums, but it was Christmas, so what the heck. So it's actually a really nice set. It comes with a little book here,
some nice ephemera.
I don't like that word, but yeah, it comes with the book.
What did someone say? I thought it was great. Sundries.
Sundries.
Yeah. Here, look at this. You can even put books on this.
Is that better? Is that better, Kevin? Sundries? What sundries does it come with?
Sundries makes less sense, doesn't it?
Hold on. I want to look up what sundries.
So this is the Road Apples. This is I should have brought the other albums out to compare the different album covers. I gotta say, I'm not too much of a fan of this stupid.
Well, you just pull the ribbon. That helps you, doesn't it?
Well, the ribbon it's not. So like normally, these ribbons are attached on one side, right? So you pull it, but there's not attached to anything. So you just start pulling it. It starts pulling its way through. Doesn't help you at all.
Pull both ends at once.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I didn't want to pull it. I didn't want to pull it all out, but then when I did, I realized it was all. It's got a nice felt bottom too to this. That's all felt there.
Ooh,
you can drape yourself in that.
So this is the dictionary definition of sundries: various items not important enough to be mentioned individually.
Ah,
okay.
That's a great band name. The Sundries. Could we be the Sundries? That's a good band name.
Okay, what instrument are you playing?
I will play the. I'll play the Wiro. The Wiro. Remember that?
This is Saskadelphia.
Wow.
How's that rack still holding up like that?
Yeah, still good.
I don't know. It's looking like it's getting a little saggy.
And what's it? This is the studio extras and demos, and that. I got to put in start a whole other row here. And then I had the live album out here. I didn't put it back in but that's the 2-disc live album sleeve, live at the Roxy, and then you get this monster poster.
Oh,
too.
Oh, watch out! Don't bill it.
No, open up quick.
And what I like about this poster, it's kind of like what you would find in the store when the album came out. You know, it's got like the little advertising on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
There are other stuff. And buy this. So it's like kind of like what you'd see in the window of, Music World, or
Yeah,
if you go as far back as Bill, A&M Records.
but it's vintage too. It says available on cassette.
Yeah, it's like totally. That makes it legit.
Yeah, that's cool.
You gonna hang that up or what?
He can't
no.
have any wall space anymore. Honestly.
Oh no, you don't hang this up.
You put it away, never to be looked at again.
That's right. That's what it's for. So when you sell it, it's like poster still mint.
You gonna sell it? Are you in the flipping business?
No. Okay, so that's it for the LPs. I'll just quickly show you one more thing because I don't know if will ever come back to me. So I did pick up the one final Star Trek movie that I was missing, even though this thing is terrible. It's a terrible movie, but I don't have it, and I was actually trying to find it to watch it the other day. It's not on any of the streaming services, so I did pick this stupid thing up. Now, what I did pick up for it's useless. I don't know why I got these. There's absolutely no reason for me to have these, but I got Star Trek II. Where's Curtis? I'm showing these to him. Hey,
I had to go grab something to rub it in your face when you're done showing your stuff.
Look, Star Trek II on DVD. We got Star Trek 3.
Man, look at how cool those the cover art is.
I know. Star Trek 4.
Voyage Home, best one.
I agree. And Star Trek 5. They didn't have 6 or the first one.
So you're telling me you don't have the Star Trek Next Generation motion picture collection?
No.
Huh?
No, and I wouldn't waste my time buying those.
You don't have Star Trek Nemesis on the Blu-ray?
Barf. Bad movie. I'll pay the $3 I paid for this DVD, but no more.
That's where it's at.
Or this Blu-ray set of them.
Oh, what? That's just the OG films, right? Oh, because it's not the. Huh?
Well, it's the 10.
Oh, it's all 10.
Mm-hmm. This is the one to get, not the one you have. This is the one to get.
No, this is the one to get.
This is the one. See,
nobody cares about those films, Bill. We're talking about the Next Generation films.
I thought Kevin had all those DVDs, that 2-disc DVDs of the Star Trek movies.
But I will say, I think the DVD is better for the motion picture, right? Because that has the director's cut or whatever that they didn't put on Blu-ray, or they haven't yet. Something
really?
like that.
The DVD does?
Yeah, I think so.
This is what I got. Star Trek, the original.
That's cool.
That's it. And then the Wrath of Khan.
Yeah. What are these? Who put these out? They're really cool artwork.
And then 2010.
Okay, well that's not so cool.
No.
Yeah.
Did you see that they're coming back for a 4th one?
Yes.
No. Really?
Yes.
Yep.
Why?
Because they got to get Captain Kirk in there. You know,
they'll make money. If I could,
they got to get Shatner in there.
During the Star Trek time, I think there's no better time than to bring in our resident Star Trek expert. We got Duke coming in.
All right.
Hey, Duke.
What's up, guys?
See you.
Duke, did you see me assemble this like right on camera? Look at
I
this
did.
thing.
I've been watching.
It's
great.
Here you go.
Very nice.
So there we have it. We got Duke Retro Nonsense joining us. I was hesitant to bring him on because it means we lose half of our viewers if Duke comes on.
Sorry.
What can you do? What can you do? It's worth it to have the guy on. He's a big superstar in our circles.
Yeah.
So Duke just put out his latest video, which we mentioned briefly before, about television repair, rescuing an old Sony Trinitron.
Is that behind you? Is that the one?
It is this one right here. Yep, 1976 Sony Trinitron. Solid state. Yeah, so it's been a fun project. I did 3 videos. I thought it was going to be a 3-parter, but it turns out it's going to be probably a 3.5-parter because I've made a lot of progress with it, but there's still some minor tweaking I have to do to some of the settings and to get the geometry just right. It's just not perfect yet, but I made a lot of repairs to it. I corrected a lot of the issues it had with the capacitors and a transistor that was bad that was causing the blue color to be missing. It's all in the video, but
how much money did you put into this thing?
No, not much. I mean, these parts don't cost but 80 cents or something, not much at all. Capacitors are under $1 a piece, or at the most a couple dollars a piece, depending on the size. And I think the most expensive part I put in there was that transistor I just bought, and that was like, I don't know, $5. So not much. It's just it's really more time than anything.
Yeah.
Duke time. Dude's a master electrician. You know how much it costs to bring Duke over to your house to fix a freaking TV?
Yeah.
$300 an hour.
Not quite that high, but I mean, I'm a novice at this kind of stuff. My trade is slightly related, but for the most part, this is all new to me. I mean, I've been doing it for a couple years now, tinkering with electronics, but I'm finding it very satisfying and very fun. So I'm really enjoying getting into restoring these things and bringing them back to life and saving them from the dumpsters, more importantly. So, yeah, it's been fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. I used to say to my dad, like, he would work on stuff like that all the time. I'd be like, how do you know how to do all this stuff? And he'd look at me, he's like, I don't. I just start doing it. And when it starts working, then you kind of learn from there.
Well, unlike your father, I have the benefit of YouTube and the internet. And back then they went through like service manuals and they flipped through just endless amounts of data to try to find out, what was wrong or how to troubleshoot or find the right parts. I have it easy compared to them. So, yeah.
Pretty cool. Well, check out Duke's video if you get a chance.
Yeah.
Videos.
It's rather long.
I don't care. This is the Lord of the Rings of television repair.
I used to stress so much about having my videos be too long, and now I just don't care. It's not like all raw footage. I mean, I do edit it, and I do try to put together a story. But yeah, the last one was like 40 minutes long, but I don't care. Whatever.
I was watching it today.
Put it on in the background and just whatever. But yeah, I have fun doing it. So
yeah, I'll be putting that on tomorrow when I get to work. It's a good work video. All right, so now that Duke's here, should we get right into the Star Trek trivia?
Star Trek trivia?
Let's do it.
Did you mean Star Wars trivia?
I wish you
can
did.
Imagine it's Star Wars. Kevin, you missed it last week, but we debuted trivia from this game, which you remember seeing at my house.
No.
Is that real complicated one you were setting up, Bill?
Yeah.
Which I suggested we all get a copy of it so we could play it together, but actually each have our own pieces.
I got this one. Seen it.
Dang it.
Kevin, I know you've seen this because I brought it into work one time when we worked together to go through some of the questions. And if you recall, the questions were so insane, none of us could even begin to answer them. You don't recall that?
That sounds vaguely familiar. So I'm gonna say it happened.
Weird episode. Remember that?
Yeah. So these questions will be about one episode. But like I said, they are most obscure questions ever. And then for some reason, the one that went to Bandy was, in the Next Generation, what is the flagship starship of the Federation?
Yeah.
The Excelsior.
He found the one. That was easy. Okay, so this has a I don't remember. Did the picture represent anything to do with the questions from last week? I'm not sure.
I feel like, was Jordy on the last one? I don't remember if you showed us the card even.
Okay, so how
Let's
should
find
we
out.
do this? Should we single each one out, or first one to answer?
I don't think it's gonna matter, Bill.
I'm on a delay, so that's
Well, since Kevin was away last time, let's give him an easy question to start off on his own.
There you go.
This is
the
question
Enterprise.
level 1. This is level 1 question right here. So
Yeah,
very
okay.
easy.
This is sounding familiar. Yeah. This is coming back to me now.
Oh boy, look who just he heard the Star Trek trivia was on. He knew to come
Peter
by.
North.
Good to see you, sir. Good to see you, sir. Okay, question 1. The name of the planet Picard found himself on in the Inner Light was.
I remember the episode. That's the one where he learns how to play the flute and everything, right?
Yeah.
It's back in time.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
it had
the
nothing to
name
do with this then.
the name of the planet? Is that what you said?
I don't remember the name of the planet. No.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Rigel 12.
I can give you some names if you like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Moab 4? Is it Tyrus 7? Or is it Catan?
I'm going to say Tyrus 7.
I'm gonna say Catan.
Duke, you
Oh,
got
do I have to guess?
Sure, why not?
Vulcan.
It's Curtis with the steal. It's Catan.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, Curtis. Also, in the Inner Light, what were the people planting on the planet Catan as an affirmation and symbol of life? That seems gettable.
Trees?
So close.
Potatoes.
What was your answer, Curtis? Sorry.
Was it trees?
Curtis didn't even need the multiple choice. He got it. A tree. A tree. Okay, and Duke?
Yeah.
I assume this is the same episode, yeah. Who is Cayman's closest friend?
Spock.
What?
Spock.
Spock, no. Anyone can help him? No?
Abel.
What?
Cayman Abel.
Cayman Abel.
Okay.
Clever.
No, here's your choices. Is it Jabin?
Yes.
Is it Martog? Or is it Batai?
I'm gonna go Martog.
Sure.
No clue.
It's Batai.
Ah. Yeah, well.
Why are we doing this again?
Yeah. I'm the guy that introduced the trivia. All right.
Yes.
I had to compete with Curtis. Okay. Here's the toss-up for everyone. First one that gets it wins the whole thing. Next goal wins. This is level 2. No multiple choice. You got to get this one. This is, again, the episode of The Inner Light.
Good episode.
Picard, lives at a whole other life. When Picard first became Cayman, how long had Cayman and Eline been married? How long had they been married?
When he first became him?
Obviously, yeah, when he first became him.
Did they have kids at that point? Say 10 years.
10. Kevin, no guesses?
20.
20. Duke, you want to guess?
15.
It was 3 years, so not even close. Nobody was even close.
We all went over.
Nobody was even close. So there's the Star Trek trivia for today's episode.
That was a blast.
That was good.
Next gen trivia. Okay, so sorry to put the big speed bump in the show there. Today's episode is all about having Duke as our special guest because Duke had done a bunch of homework involving Guns N' Roses' biggest release. And,
I did.
What was it? It was you were taking the Use Your Illusion releases and compiling a Duke version of what you would like to see on one.
Yeah, I mean that's what you guys did, right? I did not listen. I stopped that episode because I didn't want to hear what you guys had put together to make sure it was my own. So I
Mhm.
never did hear your guys' lists. Did all three of you
Oh,
guys do it?
No, I think
Okay.
no,
just
Bill didn't do it.
no. I didn't.
Just Curtis and Kevin.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So
Oh.
I have no idea what you guys
All right.
picked
So,
for yours.
so to set it up properly for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, Guns N' Roses released "Use Your Illusion" 1 and "Use Your Illusion" 2, and and it was within like I think they both came out at the same time.
They did, I
Right.
believe.
I
Yeah.
believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, and instead of putting it out as a double album to save people money, so they wouldn't have to spend $40. And a lot of people say too that it's both albums are bloated, and it should
Yeah.
they should be cut down to just one album. So that's what we did, is we cut it down to one album. Now, the dispute is which songs do you cut
Right.
down? So that's what we're doing.
So
And
interestingly enough,
which
I,
order?
In order.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the order is important. I agree. I put a lot of time into what order and what started and how it ended. Yeah, so I agree. That's certainly a facet of it.
So
But
Duke,
they did come out with an album themselves that compiled the two albums. I have it.
right?
what?
Yeah, but it's still both.
Yeah.
Both, like, it's not cut down, right? It's
No,
not.
no,
cut
no,
down.
no. They have a cut down one. I have it. It's called.
Really?
Hold on. Yeah, it's right here. Hang on.
I
Is
did
this a
not
bit?
know this.
Is this a bit? Is he setting up a bit?
No, it's not a bit. I swear.
Duke's the kind of guy that
Uh,
does bits all the time. He's
Yeah.
got it.
Okay, so this is Guns N' Roses "Use Your Illusion," and it's not both albums. It's see, look at the set list in the back. It's a condensed version of
Yeah.
both albums. So
Oh.
yeah, it's called "Use Your Illusion." It's not one or two. It's a combination of the two. They picked out their own. So I don't want you
What
guys to look
year
at too much.
did that come out in?
This let me see here.
So they actually tried to make even more money off it with another release.
Yeah. And I really want to get that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. This is '98. Looks like.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. So it's kind
So
of
I
like
don't-
yeah.
So interesting. I didn't really look at this recently, so I'm interested to see what they put on as their "Choose Your Illusion."
Mhm.
So that'll be fun to kind of compare our list to that one real quick. But yeah, I've got my list ready to go. But I've been first of all, I'm glad you guys included me in this because this has really been fun to revisit this album. And I guess what I'll say I think as a whole, if I can give my opinion of the whole album, I think it's over ambitious, and I think it would have been cool. I think it's unfortunate that they kind of ended on this. Like, I think this would have been better as part of their journey, part of their story. If they would have, went on and been a band for a longer amount of time and then got back to their roots. And then you could look back at this part of their history and say, oh, that was when they were being experimental. And that's when they were trying this and trying that. I think would have been looked at, I think, more favorably. But I think that they ended on this very bloated, very overproduced, kind of overambitious, if you ask me, album. I think it's a bit of a shame, but revisiting it now, I think I'm really having a lot of fun with it. I think there's a lot of stuff that I appreciate now more than I probably did back when I first listened to it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't. Guns N' Roses, to me, that Appetite for Destruction is a near perfect album. I absolutely love that album. It's probably my favorite rock album of all time. And when this came out, how many years later? I mean, there was a big gap, right?
That was
this
87,
came out
I think, was Appetite. 91, I believe, was Use Your Illusion.
Right. So this was very, long awaited, and people were very anxious to get their hands on this album. And it was, it was different. And again, I think, this album has like guest singers and movie clips and like sound effects, and it's just so much going on. They even do like a skit in one of the songs. And I think there's just too much going on. I think it should have been, or I think I appreciate them better as a more garage band kind of sound, but there's still a lot to like. And I think it's really great. But again, I think it would have been better as a middle chapter or so of their journey in their kind of rock stardom, but it's not how it ended. So,
But
Well,
it is what it is.
Just to add a couple footnotes to that, Appetite did come out in 87, but it was a really slow burn. It did not get popular until 89, even into 1990. I remember like I was in grade 8 at the time, and we were all saying like we couldn't believe that the album was like already 2 or 3 years old because you hadn't heard any of the songs yet. Like it so when Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 came out, it was really at the peak of their popularity because it was almost like as if Appetite had just come out and this was the follow-up to it, even though they had a couple of like they had Lies, which was like kind of that wasn't like a full album. And then they had what was the one that was
Spaghetti
was like
Incident?
No, there was one that was Lies, the one that was like half live and half.
That's Lies.
Yeah,
okay,
that's Lies.
Yeah. So that was like the in between thing. But when Use Your Illusion came out, it was like this is the follow up to Appetite of Destruction.
Huh, that wasn't my experience. I remember when Appetite for Destruction first came out, and it was huge in where I was. I mean, all the people in high school or middle school actually were drawing the pictures on their notebooks, and I mean, it had the T-shirts and everything. It was big here in America, at least. Curtis, you're in America.
He was a wee baby.
I was I was born the year Appetite for Destruction came out.
Okay.
So yeah, I remember it. It was crazy. I came out of the womb to Welcome to the Jungle. You know, it was just it was good times.
Now I do, Kevin. I admit that they had escalated and they did peak. They did get more popular as time went on. And yes, when Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 came out, they were definitely more popular than when Appetite came out. They had all the videos and all that stuff, and they were all over MTV. And they were more popular for sure.
It took at least a year before people like, Sweet Child of Mine and that was played on the radio.
Yeah.
And I remember like it was 1989. I was in grade 8, and we were like, this album's already 2 years old, and it was like the songs were just brand new, And then Use Your Illusion came out when I was in grade 10, and I remember like it was just huge. Like this is like the follow up to that album,
Yeah.
That's what I remember, anyways. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I'm terrible with dates and memory, so I just remembered that I was in. I'm trying to remember what grade I was in when I first got Appetite for Destruction. It was middle school, so I was probably in 6th or 7th grade. So yeah, I was, and that would have been I don't even know what year that would have been, but yeah, it was probably 88, something like that. So yeah, but. Well, anyway, I got my list here, so I don't know how you guys did this. If you want to just kind of rattle these off, or
how
did you guys do it?
Well, first of all, I got like how many? So I kept it like to one rock and roll album, right? Like it couldn't be longer than an album, like what could fit on an album.
Yeah.
So I only have 10. I only have 10 songs on mine. How many songs do you have on yours?
I did 13.
13. Okay.
I thought you did 9, Kevin.
No, I got 10.
Oh, you got 10. Okay, I have 11.
I had originally had 12, and then I cut like on if you go to my website, if you go to my old website, there's 12 on there, but I cut 2 off when we redid this. I cut 2 off and cut it down to 10. Now my other question for you, Duke,
12, but is really only 9.
Say that again, Bill.
It's a penis joke. Let's just what was my so what is your album Use Your Illusion 1 heavy or Use Your Illusion 2 heavy?
Probably Use Your Illusion 1 heavy.
Okay.
Really? Which
let me see here. I'm looking. Hang on a minute.
Which Use Your Illusion do you prefer between the two?
I always said 2. 2 is I prefer. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I agree.
And maybe it is. I'd have to go back and cross-reference which ones I picked from, but it might be about half and half, or maybe I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. I did jump back and forth, but so I put them in my own order, like I said. So it's a mixture of them. So I'd have to go back and kind of count how many I have from each album. But
Oh man, Curtis is ready. Take notes.
Get your pens ready so you know.
I kind of want to
your
be
own
able to compare each one. So hold on.
Okay.
What's the lead off track?
All right, so I'm coming out fast and strong with "You Could Be Mine."
Ooh,
That's a good
right
way to
in
start,
there.
I think. So, because I love that fast drum beat right off the bat, you just get kicked right off with some rock, and I think that's a good way to start.
Mhm.
So that's my number one track.
Since you weren't here when we did it before, should we go through ours, or what do we think?
However you want to do it. Yeah, I definitely want to hear what you guys are. I don't know how you
go track by track.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
Sure,
we'll just go around.
sure.
Okay. So my lead off track, I was thinking a lot like Duke, where you come out of the gate hammering, but Use Your Illusion that's a little like where do you go from there? Like it's just all downhill from there. That's like the best song. So I went with a little warm up, and I went with Back Off Bitch.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, that's a good start. Well, I love the way that Use Your Illusion 2 starts, so I just kept it as is, and I went with Civil War. I love the what we have here is a failure to communicate. I love that. It's great.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
I wanted something really fast with a good hook and rhythm to kick things off, so I'm starting with Highway 61. That's the first track. Highway 61.
Bill's so cute, trying to stay in the conversation.
Yeah,
is that a Bob Dylan song or something?
Yeah,
you betcha.
Okay, all right, I figured. All right, so second, I have keeping the momentum. I got Perfect Crime. Lots of swearing in that one. That's another thing, man. He is really angry in these albums. He is really. He's not very politically correct, and he's very angry at women. He uses lots of foul language. But
at least he's less angry at women than he was in Lies. Lies has I Used to Love Her, which is like all about killing them.
And
it's pretty crazy.
He also gets a little racist in Lies.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I always found the swearing in Guns N' Roses to be a little juvenile. They approach swearing like they were middle school kids.
Yeah,
right.
I'd say that's fair.
Yeah. But for my second track, I went with Don't Damn Me. That was my number 2. Still rocking.
That's a good one. That was one I believe that I unfortunately cut from mine, but I really liked that one. Like that was on the chopping block, and it just one of them won out for one reason or another. I went with Dust and Bones. I like it's not like a super heavy one, but it keeps I'm kind of in the same boat. Like keep the momentum going. It's like a fun power track or whatever. I don't know.
I'm being radical here. I'm going to follow Highway 61 with Highway 51.
Oh my gosh!
Isn't that wild? Good. Going back in time to an earlier.
Bold.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dick.
All right, for my third track, I have my first cover, "Live and Let Die."
I
think it's a great cover.
Yeah.
Bill, like that cover?
I like the original too much. I don't know about Guns N' Roses covers.
Oh, I think they're great.
They are great. But they do a ton of covers. I mean, that one album is all covers.
Yep.
Okay, my number 3, I went for the went straight to the heart. I went You Could Be Mine. Now it's time. It's time to punch it.
Now you're speeding up.
That's where you get it. You build up to it. You build up
the big guns.
That's right.
I think my last track I think is perfect. So I'm eager to see what your last track is, because I can't see of ending this any other way with what I ended it with. So,
well, of course.
We'll
for track number 3, I went with Bad Obsession, which is another. I don't know. It's just got a catchy riff to it, and I'm keeping those first 3 tracks. I was going with Civil War, kind of builds up, and then Dust and Bones and Bad Obsessions kind of keeps it going, And I don't know. I liked Bad Obsession. Just is like underrated to me. It has a really catchy. That's like good. That could be like a radio play one. That could be another single. It's nothing. Not any deep lyrics or anything, but it's got a really catchy riff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I think you should fly right into like a big hit maker with All Along the Watchtower. Let's get right into that. Yeah, driving.
Dave Matthews, yeah.
Come on, dude.
That's his
Jimi
best
Hendrix.
cover. I know, but
Hendrix.
Dave Matthews covers that all the time. It's one of his best live. You got to see it live, then you'll change your mind. Okay, trust me.
By the way, Duke, I appreciate the earbuds.
Oh, why is that?
Well, some people.
Sound okay?
Well, some people. No, you sound great. That's
okay.
Unlike some people who just couldn't be bothered to wear any headphones.
Okay, is it back to me now?
Back to you.
Yes.
All right, so now we are at number 4. Back off B word is my number 4.
B word.
Yeah.
So you're really going for it, Duke. You are just don't let this train stop rolling.
The beginning of this is very hardcore. Most of the curse words are in the first half of this list because
right.
he is really angry here. He calms down eventually, but right now he's still mad.
Duke's he's trying to get through the first part of this album before the kids get into the car. That's what
right.
Well, I after the intensity of "You Could Be Mine," that's where you got to bring it down. You got to give, like you just gave him 3 fast tracks. You got to slow it down, and you got to slow it down to what I feel is definitely the most underrated, mellower track. What do they call it? Ballad, if you will, on the album. And I went with "Estranged," and I think it's the best ballad on.
It's a good one.
And in fact, spoiler alert for the rest of it, it's the only good ballad that they did.
Well, I don't know if I agree with that, but it is a good one.
I do. I agree with it.
Another thing I agree with Kevin about is slowing it down, taking it down a notch. Had a heavy beginning. Now we gotta have the let me up,
Right.
let the audience catch their breath to build them back up again. I went with Don't Cry, but from Use Your Illusion 2. So the alternate
lyrics, yeah. Gotcha.
And if anyone's just tuning in right now, the lads here are combining the Use Your Illusion. They're making a super cut of the 2 Use Your Illusion albums into one, their favorite cuts. Super album. And I'm going ahead and following up All Along the Watchtower. You got to go in with another hit with Like a Rolling Stone, obviously. Mm-hmm. People are going crazy so far this side one.
Yeah.
All right.
These are some deep cuts for you, Bill, too. No one's heard of these.
And we're back to me, right?
Number 5.
Number 5. Okay. I'm still. See, this is the perfect transition for me because within this song, it starts out kind of more cursing, more anger, then it slows down at the end. That's Double Talk and Jive. I really like how this ends with that like Spanish guitar at the end. It's a very pretty melody. And it just starts to calm down, and then you'll see what I roll into next. But I really like that song.
That's a great one. Yeah, that was a chopping block song for me.
Ooh.
Well, for me, you can't keep it too mellow for too long. I mean, Estranged is 10 minutes long. Now you got to rev it back up, but you don't go full. You got to just, give them a step back towards the rock and roll. So I went with Dead Horse. That's my number 5.
Gotcha. Yep, like that one too.
Well, I'm in the bring them back up again mode too, but I really want like someone who went to the bathroom during Don't Cry. They're like washing their hands and they hear this next song start and they're like, oh crap, I gotta get back out there. They're going. My number 5 is Back Off Bitch.
Okay.
Ooh, B word.
So we all used that one.
Yeah, we did.
I think that's the first one that we've all used so far.
We're not counting Bill, right? Just
no, we're not counting Bill. No, I don't even know why he's still here.
Who would count Bill? Bill, actually, you could leave for a bit,
Well, let me tell you,
sandwich or something.
How do you finish off the side A of this album? You got to confuse them a little bit, throw a little wrench into the plans. I put on Choppin' Broccoli to finish the song.
From SNL.
I'd love to hear Bob
Dana
cover that
Carvey
song.
Yeah.
Choppin' Broccoli.
All right. So after that little Spanish melody at the end of Double Talk and Jive, we roll right into November Rain.
Ooh.
Perfect. Now I know that got a lot of radio play, but I hold that is a great song, and it's a little corny, especially the video, but I like it. Every time I hear it, it screams, just nostalgia because I was dating my wife at the time, and they played that song all the time, and I just really like that song.
Now, Duke, let's imagine this is an LP. Is this the end of your side A?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I'm wrapping up.
Yeah, you're wrapping up.
I'm wrapping off side A, my side A with which one are we on? 6? Double Talk and Jive.
No, we're on 6. I'm sorry.
6.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Yep. So there you go. So that's on 2 albums.
Okay. Yeah.
On 2.
So I'm wrapping up. I'm wrapping off side A with "Knocking on Heaven's Door."
Oh yeah.
The
best version of that song ever performed.
You gotta. It's the only one that matters.
Bill, you're a little red. Are you okay?
And
I will say, water?
I will say, having seen Guns N' Roses twice in concert, they freaking slay it every time they play "Knocking on Heaven's Door." They got the audience in the palm of their freaking hand when they play that. That's a big audience participation song for them. Yeah.
Well, I like Slash going crazy on it, but the vocals
are great.
You don't know if it's Sandler, if it's Edith Bunker. I'm going to start my side 2. Curtis beat me to it. I was going to start side 2 with "Knocking on Heaven's Door." The real "Knocking on Heaven's Door," a cover, the way Phoebe Snow did it. So, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So we're starting off side B then with Garden. Not the Garden, but Garden. Like that one a lot. I don't, however, like the whole Alice Cooper reading a Dr. Seuss book kind of thing in the middle of it. Or I guess it's in the middle of it.
That one is
I wish they just did a guitar solo or something like that instead of that, because I don't like it's really off-putting. But other than that, I like that song. So.
Yeah, they were definitely going for that Vincent Price on the Michael Jackson.
It just didn't work. It sounds so goofy.
And it's unfortunate because I love Alice Cooper. Got tickets to see him next month. We'll see if that actually happens. I don't know.
Oh, that's cool.
So I guess I'm starting side B with Pretty Tied Up.
Yeah. Pretty hardcore.
I'm starting side B with Bad Apples. That's got a good, like, it's not a good enough riff to like start the album, but it's a great riff to like start side B, like it's got a beginning sound to it. Like this is the start, but not an album opener.
Well, track 2 of side B, where I'm at, we got to bring it down. Bring the band down behind me, boys.
What are we bringing down from? What was the previous song?
Knocking on Heaven's Door. Doing "Knocking on Heaven's Door."
Oh yeah, that was very intense. Right.
Yeah. Bring it back down.
I need to be brought down.
To Make You Feel My Love, a later era Bob Dylan song. Of course, the Garth Brooks version, though. It brings from Garth Brooks.
Okay. Garth is making an appearance.
This is quite an album you're putting together there, Bill.
Wow.
All right. So my number 8 track on side B, we go into my favorite track of all of these, and that's Civil War. When I think of Use Your Illusion, I always think of Civil War. That's the song that pops out the most. I love that song.
I agree. That's my favorite, I think.
Yeah. So I put it kind of in the middle of this entire, more or less list, because I think it's in a good placement, but that's my favorite song.
You got to earn it. You got to earn it.
Yeah, you got to build to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 8 is Bad Apples. It made my list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's a great one. My number 8 is okay. So now my side A was, for the most part, pretty heavy. Side B is going to be bringing it down a little into the ballad territory. So we're going to go with Yesterdays. That's number 8.
See, I like to confuse the audience a little bit. So we're going to go right into Battery by Metallica.
You were very confused.
You talk about washing the hands in the bathroom, they're just leaving the water running and running back out to see what the hell's going on. Go ahead, dude.
Good tune. Okay. Well, Curtis, I go right into Yesterdays with my number 9.
Nice.
Great track.
Yes.
My number 9, because I'm wrapping up this thing. Well, not quite there yet, but we're almost. We're one step away from wrapping up this album. So to get there, for the penultimate song, I chose Breakdown.
Underrated.
Yes.
Underrated.
It is underrated, and in fact, it is also my number 9.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Great one. Great one. That's like a story. That's like a story track where they tell a story in it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's buried, I think, on Use Your Illusion 2. You got to go through a lot of crap to get there. So that's why it's better on my album, because it's right there. Yeah. Did Breakdown make your number 9, Bill?
See,
I'm sure it did.
Telling a story, as Curtis said, is where we go next to close the album. Close the album already? Yeah, we put in from Bob's last album, Murder Most Foul, the 17-minute epic.
Whoa.
Done.
That's like the whole side of the album right there, 17 minutes.
That's good.
Goodness.
I win.
Okay. So my number 10, right? Number 10?
Mm-hmm.
Knocking on Heaven's Door.
Nice.
Another cover. But a great one.
Okay. Knocking. Okay, well, my final song. I am done. I'm out of here. And I am going to leave everyone with a song that I don't think... I'd be surprised if it is on your album, Duke. I'm pretty sure it didn't make Curtis. But I think one of the best songs that Guns N' Roses did on Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, and I know I'm in the minority because it seems like a lot of people don't like this song. I think it's great. It is Coma.
Oh, Coma's awesome. The only problem with Coma, that's like a 10-minute song, isn't it?
It is a 10-minute song.
Yeah. A little too long.
See, I like, that's the thing with experimentation, right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I like how they get outside of the box for this one. And I think like what they did, like the experimentation that they did for that song fits them better than all the other kind of stupid stuff that they tinkered around with. I think that's a really good Guns N' Roses song.
Gotcha. Well,
cool.
So Kevin had 10 tracks in his. I have 11 on my. So we're getting close to the end of my side B as well. But to me, like the second to last track is we're at the climax, because in a film, you're building, you build up to the climax, but then after the climax, you have the what do they call it? The denouement. What?
Oh, denouement. I was gonna say prologue, but denouement. Yeah.
Yeah. The end. The coda, if you will. So we're not there yet. We're at the climax, and for my climax, I chose "You Could Be Mine."
Wow, that's way down in there. Yeah.
Bill.
Oh no!
You're done.
Mine's closed off. Yeah, it's already sold 1 billion copies.
And Kevin, yours is done as well, right?
Yep. So it's just the battle between you and Curtis.
All right. So I have a 12. This is number 12, right? So
this is number 11.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have Breakdown as my number 11.
Great. We all
I
chose
put
Breakdown.
I put an asterisk by it because I think that's my probably second favorite track. It's very under. I think it's it's better than most people think it is. I think. What's the word I'm looking for? Underappreciated.
Underrated.
Underrated. That too.
I think, and I think why that one doesn't do so good maybe is because that's like an 8-minute track, isn't it? That one's a pretty long one.
7 minutes.
The 7 still pretty long.
Where's people's attention span? You can't pay attention to a song for 7 minutes? Come on.
Listen, Kevin, I'm with you. I'm just saying, if I were to theorize about why it's not more heralded, is its length, especially on a couple albums that get knocked for being bloated.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're at number 11 for me. The closer, we're going out on a strong note. One of my favorites, and that's November Rain.
There you go. Like it.
Good way to end. Oh, I think my doggy wants to come inside. Oh, okay. Oh, well, maybe not.
All right, so for my 12th track, now I made this beefy on purpose because the whole thing it represents what it was in a condensed version, but it was very bloated. So I made this album a little bloated on purpose. So I've got Dead Horse as number 12.
Wow.
It almost made the chopping block. I do have a note here that it's probably my weakest out of the group, but I think it was worth putting in there towards the end of B-side. So for my final song, the perfect way to end, in my opinion, Estranged. I agree, Kevin, is their best ballad on there.
Nice.
And I just love it as a grand finale of the album. And that's my 13th track. But, hold on. Not
Hidden
done.
track.
60 seconds of silence.
Oh, no.
And
we're getting really 90s now.
And yes, that's exactly why. This is the 90s, so you have to have a bonus secret track. And Kevin, I picked Coma. Because I agree. I think it's interesting. I think it's perfect to have as a secret track with all the weird, kind of the skit going on in the background and all the hospital sounds and everything. And I think that's a really cool kind of secret track. So I picked that as a secret track.
Yeah, like that's like a real album track. It's not designed to be a single or played on the radio or anything like that. That's like meant to be like, let's just have some fun. Like you're sitting there with the headphones on and just having some fun listening to some tunes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Headphones, guys. Put your headphones on.
Yeah. Mine has a hidden track too.
Oh, surprise. How many minutes? 65 minutes?
65 seconds later. 65 seconds later.
Let me guess. Can I guess?
Yeah.
It's Bob Dylan covering November Rain live.
Oh, you're close. It's
Lady Lay.
It's Boxcar Willie. I took my dog to church.
Classic, I guess.
We're going to be blown away by that. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
So who won the compilation challenge here?
Oh, we all did.
We got to leave it up to Peter North.
What's the official abbreviated version, abridged version?
Yeah.
So
Your Illusion.
Yeah, again, here we go. It's a combination of both albums condensed into one, as per Guns N' Roses themselves, and we have 12 tracks. Okay, we got "Live and Let Die," "Don't Cry" original lyrics, "You Ain't the First," "November Rain," "The Garden," "Dead Horse," "Civil War," of course, 14 Years, excuse me, "Yesterdays," "Knocking on Heaven's Door," "Estranged," and "Don't Cry," all lyrics. That is there, which not as good as ours, I don't think.
No, they went for the hits for sure,
Yeah.
but they're trying to sell.
Yeah.
I will admit, like, my track list would probably not be as popular as what they chose. Like I'm going for what I want to hear. I don't care how many albums it sells or whatever.
Yeah. But it was really fun revisiting these albums. I haven't listened to them in a long time, and I'm glad that they have. I know it's bloated, but I'm glad it is because there's so much to dig into and so much to listen to, and Yeah, look at that.
Here,
So,
Bill, put this up.
There.
If you wanna listen to it, you can pause it right here.
That's your thumbnail right there, Bill.
Great
There you
thumbnail.
go.
Well, I have the
All right.
answer.
You can pause that. I didn't write down Bill's though.
Duke
No,
one.
like it's like a waste
No,
of time.
Duke one. Easy. Congratulations.
Way to go.
you're just
I say
saying
we
I'm
all
the
won.
guest.
I had an idea. If you gentlemen were interested, I kind of like doing this, and it made me think like what other double LPs or double album, whatever, could you cut down to make a thing? And two that jumped out to me that I thought, oh, these definitely could use it, and I'm familiar with them, is Rolling Stones' Exile on Main Street.
Yeah.
Which would be fun. Or the Beatles, the White Album.
Oh, that's really easy, I think, because the Beatles, the White Album just has like amazing, and then
I start with Revolution 9.
Well, I mean,
No,
if it's
you
so
don't.
easy,
you
if
do
it's
not.
so easy, maybe we need to do it. I mean, let's see. I like
Absolutely.
comparing.
Well, no, because it's no fun. Because then Bill can be part of that, and that's no good. It's more,
We could just not invite Bill.
that's true.
I tell you what, it might be interesting in that I'm not familiar with either one of those albums. So I if I were involved, I'd listen to them fresh, so you'd get a fresh take.
Mm.
So I'm not. I know the White Album is the big Beatles. I was never a big Beatles fan. I do appreciate them, and I've been watching that documentary with my wife, and I got her the album for Christmas, and I was really enjoying that a lot. And
Yeah.
I'm
Get
starting
back,
to
retro-
appreciate them even more. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it'd be fun to listen to the White Album, like for the first time, essentially.
Well,
And
there you go. You might be on something, Curtis.
Okay.
So should we do the
game.
White Album?
Sure. Another
Well,
good one is Physical Graffiti. That's Led
Oh,
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin? Yeah, that'd be a good one. That's
a lot
good.
of people feel like as if it shouldn't be cut down at all, but I think there's a much better abridged version of that.
Well, this can be a fun little thing we're doing. So we'll put on the docket for the White Album, and this includes you too out there in internet world. You can make your own version of this. I'd love to see your list. Throw it in the comments or send it to Bill's thing, with the pictures or whatever the email he's going to give you. A fun little thing to do.
Well, what if we made it just like made it a little more restricted, like we all have like the same number of songs.
That's
okay.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
And like think of an album side A, side B.
Okay. Should we do 12?
How many songs are on?
Seems like a lot.
The White Album.
Well, the White Album has a lot, I believe.
Not that saying that the way we did it, this one was great, because it was great.
No, it makes sense to have a track number in mind.
Let's see.
There's your email if you want to email us over at starttocontinuemail@gmail.com. And we will be going to the mailbag any second now, too, once we wrap this up.
White Album
has 30.
That's not right.
30.
Yeah.
I think that are you looking on Spotify?
Is that
I'm looking on Spotify
version?
Yeah, I think Spotify's added a few tracks here. This doesn't make sense.
Okay, well that was.
I think they got the extended edition here. By the way, screw Spotify. I'm with Neil Young.
That's right. We stand with Neil.
I only have it on here because that's where my Use Your Illusion abridged.
I don't know, man. I think this is correct because I have the White Album. Well, maybe I have the remastered one.
Yeah,
hold on.
Maybe you got
I just blow my own mind.
Oh yeah, maybe the album's a lot shorter than you think.
Well, who cares? Let's use the remastered one. Then you got more options.
No, because that remastered one, it's not songs all from the White Album. I think they were recorded in the same sessions, but yeah, there is only there's 17 songs on the original version.
Oh my gosh, really?
Jeez.
Nope. Wait, sorry.
Yeah.
No, there's 30, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a triple, right? Is it a triple album?
I think it is a triple, yeah.
No. It's a double album, but there's 4 sides.
Okay.
Right?
So the original release was 30 songs?
Yeah. Well, that one was when they were kind of like really fighting, and
Yeah.
it's kind of just a mishmash. Everybody was kind of doing their own thing, and there's not a lot of cohesiveness to the album itself. It doesn't feel doesn't have a nice flow to it like the other stuff does.
Isn't that always known to be like their best album, or is that? I
No,
know it's
their best
subjective,
album
but
is Abbey Road.
Abbey Road or Sgt. Pepper gets a lot of love too, but I
Okay.
think Abbey Road is the best one.
Yeah, Abbey Road is definitely the best, especially
I
side.
mean,
two.
I hear that White Album all the time. It's something that gets brought up quite a bit with talking about the Beatles. Maybe it's just because it's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so White Album, 10 songs.
Oh,
Go
10,
12.
come on.
12.
12.
Okay,
6
12
and 6.
songs, 6 and 6. Make it an album though. Make it an album. Don't just not just 12 songs. Make it like your opening and everything. All right, I'm good.
That's the challenge to the viewership too. Cut down the White Album into 10, 12 tracks, and we will revisit that back on this show at some point. I suppose we should get Bandy and the boys. Chris Roberts is missing too. We should open up for them.
Yep.
Okay. Speaking of the mailbag, do you want to see what came in the mail?
Yeah.
Better.
Okay. From our buddy Bill in Toronto, he sent us the one half of his Darth Vader head with all the figures in it, and he finally sent us the second half.
What was the first half?
Do I got to go back?
Well, I've never seen the first half.
Is it one click, Bill?
No, it's about 20 clicks.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
but then
never
we
mind.
get to my camera roll. There's this.
Yeah.
That VHS show. That was a big
All
one.
these vanity projects, yes. What the hell is
VHS
that?
Mikey was on that.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters too.
Then that's what Bandy showed us last time.
Yeah, that's good.
No,
There we go.
Oh, I see. Okay, and then you flipped it around. I see. So he doesn't have the right guys in there, right? He's got like three Bosks.
3 Bosks.
I see.
This guy was like, if it was the blue version of this guy, the Snaggletooth, that would be a very expensive figure, but it's not. And then we were wondering about the feet down here.
I see.
Yeah. And we had a big debate over the red one. Like that one. Whose feet that is.
Yeah.
I said it was Leia in like Cloud City Leia in her best.
Well, yeah, I think you're right. Because the one next to that is Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
We probably still won't get an answer if we look here. Well, there's breasts. We know there's breasts.
No head.
That's Leia, right? That's best.
Death Star droid. Come on. That's why she has no head.
When was Leia gowned up like that? I don't.
In Cloud City.
In Cloud City.
It's not quite right, but it's because it was like white and red, right? It wasn't all red.
Wow. Like come on.
Well,
hey, Chewbacca's in the right one. Oh, Boba Fett's in the right one.
He did change around the dudes to put them in the right spots after he photographed that first side.
Oh, I see. That is not the correct Yoda.
Right. I think he challenged us to name where that Yoda came from. Does anyone know?
That is a McDonald's Yoda thing, I think. It's like McDonald's or Burger King.
Let's compare. I got mine right here.
From, I think when they did the re-releases in 97 or whatever. When they did the special edition.
Here's the original Yoda. See? Close, but no cigar.
And Walrus Man. There's the Snaggletooth. He should be there. Stormtrooper. So there you go. The other side of the Darth Vader head. And he also sent us, he got his wife's Game Boy out, he said. Just got a
still cool working. On it.
Yeah, pretty vibrant.
Yeah, it doesn't have the lines. That's good.
Has anyone seen that skin before on a Game Boy?
No.
I think those came in like a Nintendo Power.
Yeah, I think so. Now, if that was your whole Game Boy collection, great collection. Just those 2 games. That's like all you need.
Yeah, you're good to go. Constructs.
And,
I remember that.
Constructs, yeah.
I had Space Constructs.
Oh, that's cool.
You build Constructs.
Yeah.
Now, who's this? Is this the same guy?
Yep.
Okay.
That's all Bill from Toronto. And he said, I think in the email, he's heading to Ottawa today to visit someone, and he is going to keep his eye open. He knows of an Atari collection that he's going to look at. So we might get a video next time, or more pictures, or heck, we need him to come on the show at least. Something at some point.
That's pretty cool.
But I got a question for the Star Wars fans. We got Star Wars experts on here. Not referring to Bill. What are you guys thinking of? Because I've heard nothing but bad things about this show, but Bill insists that everybody loves it. The Book of Boba Fett. Are we pro Boba Fett or
No spoilers. I have not watched any of it yet.
Well, just yay or nay. I don't.
I'm gonna say yay.
Okay.
It's bizarre where they go with it, but I think ultimately it was pretty satisfying.
It's worth watching for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not as good as The Mandalorian.
I mean, if you watch The Mandalorian, you better watch Book of Boba Fett.
Okay, that's what I'm hearing. There's like a crossover of sorts or something, but I haven't watched any of it yet. But I'm eager to.
Boba Fett goes deep into his stories, so some people who aren't patient enough get angry with backstory. But
I actually think I liked the first half of the season more. Like they really dive into the culture of Tusken Raiders, the Sand People, and I loved all that stuff. I thought it was great. That was like some of my favorite stuff of the series.
Yeah, because they were so mysterious, and were
And that's one of the things I love that The Mandalorian and Boba Fett's doing is it's kind of exploring these lesser known alien cultures, and creatures, like seeing how the hammerhead, the octopus looking dude or whatever, how they talk is really weird and interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, let me ask you this, Duke. You know the hammerhead, right? The alien.
Mm-hmm.
Where's his mouth?
Under? His eyes are up here.
Yeah.
No?
No.
Oh, wait a minute.
This is a
Is it
spoiler.
on his stomach?
No.
Because there's a picture. There's a weird picture in my book from the movie, and it's not in the movie. And there's some monster that has like a stomach mouth.
Well, let me tell you, for years and years, we've known of this character, and I never thought twice about where his mouth was or where their mouth is. And then you watch Boba Fett, and you're like, oh.
Really?
Well,
they reveal where the mouth is.
Did not expect the mouth to be there.
Yeah. Well, that creature shows up.
Talking about this guy, right?
Yeah.
His mouth is something underneath there. I don't know. Well, okay. I just assumed it was going to be underneath, where a mouth would be. But
right. Yeah.
No, now I need to find out.
Well, little teaser for you.
Okay.
I got to get to some stuff here before we wrap up.
All right.
By the way, I'm looking at side 1 of the White Album. There's not a thing I can drop. This is going to be impossible. 12 songs, we said?
12.
Oh my God, we're in trouble. I'm in trouble.
I know there is a lot of good ones. I was looking at that too.
Side 1 is just like it's perfection.
I know.
All right, so I found this today. This is a rarity in my neck of the woods to find any kind of boxed C64 games, but I found one today, and it wasn't that expensive, so I grabbed it. Ace of Aces.
I had that game. Yeah.
On Commodore? You had that?
Yeah.
The copied version?
Oh yeah, like nothing. I had nothing original.
It's hair
Bill,
raising.
do you have a working Commodore, Bill?
No.
No.
Bill likes to buy stuff that he can't actually use, like the Littlest Hobo soundtrack or whatever.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, we didn't have the 64. We had the VIC 20, so I still couldn't have played it even back then. But
Bill
now
had Ball and Cup.
Now I can have it. And the disc is in here. This must be a crazily good game to fit, just one disc. That's all it took to get that game on there.
Not even two sides, like just the one side. There's a double-sided.
How do we tell?
I think it would say on the label.
To load, do you remember how to load this? C64?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is it?
Comma 8, comma 1, something like that.
Load, and then oh yeah, there you go. The star. Okay, so just wild. So the star represents
Comma 8,
wild card. So that means there was only one program on the disc. And it would just like load up. That tells it just to load up the very first program that it gets to. So it would just be on the one side then.
There's your care for your disc. Don't bend. Don't bend. Don't touch the slot. I know you want to. Don't
no
touch
magnets near there.
The instruction booklets here. Learn about flying. And more sundries.
Yay!
Sundries is taking off.
Celebrate 1988 with Accolade.
That's cool.
Accolade made some good games on that thing.
There's all the
test drive guys. Accolade.
Did either of you guys have the C64 Mini that came out a couple years ago?
Yeah,
I do.
Because didn't they have a full size version too that had a working keyboard?
I don't know if that actually ever came out. I know
I think
it was.
it did.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Not here. I never saw any of those ones here.
No, me neither.
But they clearanced out the Mini here in my area, so I got it pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Make your computer the canvas for your creativity. Mail-in card. Software warranty. New 2 t-shirt offers. Man, that would be cool to have their t-shirts. And I said I always wanted to drive around in a Mercedes Benz. So like the Johnny Cash song, I'm just going to build it piece by piece. I got the radio. Decent little radio right here. You can select your tape or your telephone.
What are you going to do with that?
CD. Well, this is $8. And actually, if you have a certain, Mercedes of a certain year, you might actually need this radio. So these actually sell. At the most, they could sell for $200, but the going rate's around $150 for that. And I have had luck selling car radios before on eBay. So for $8, it's worth the gamble on that.
Whose car did you break in to get that?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. How can you resell it? Because there's got to be anti-theft stuff in here where you need a code, right, to program in to make it work. But they do sell. I don't know. And finally, I got a piece of mail here from our friends at Unobstructed
View.
Oh. Not yet a sponsor on this show, but open to negotiation. This was part of their last sale. I couldn't believe that this title was even on Blu-ray and it was on sale. So I went to buy it, but of course it was sold out because it's so popular. But it was able to put on back order, which I did. A couple of months later, showed up in the mail today. And we're talking about the classic Shelley Long feature, Losing It.
Oh, my goodness. I did see that on there, and I thought of you, but I didn't think much of you. So
this is such a fun coming of age. Traveling down to Tijuana in my 56 Chevy Bel Air. Tom Cruise, Jackie Earl Haley, John Stockwell.
Tom Cruise is in it?
This is like early Tom Cruise.
And Curtis Hanson directed it.
Curtis Hanson directed it, exactly.
It's pretty surprising.
What year is that?
83.
83.
83, yeah. That's a hard R on here, too. They go see a donkey show in Tijuana. Curtis, you know what that's all about.
My mother basically invented it.
In Wisconsin?
Yeah, well,
that's a little cold there for a donkey show, you'd think. But, well.
And this was one of those movies, like as a kid, I don't know about you guys, but I would scour the old TV guide and see what was airing overnight, and then set my VCR up to record any interesting movies. And just from the description of this on the TV guide, I set the record up to capture this, and I was not disappointed because it's so fun. I haven't seen it in a few years. I don't know if it still holds up. I bet it does. I bet it's perfect. Not much to write home about inside, but losing it. Go check that out at some point if you want some fun. Oh, and that puts us to the 2-hour mark right there.
We did it.
Does anyone have anything they need to like get off their chest before we end to fit one last piece in, or are they happy?
I got a couple quick things if you want. I mean,
let's do it.
Take a minute, just a minute.
Yeah.
My wife and I went on a trip, and we went visited some really cool record shops, and I put them on Twitter, so you guys probably already saw these. But right off the bat, I want to give a big shout out to Kevin for introducing me to Krungbin.
Ah, nice.
Yes.
I found the CD finally. I've been looking for these vinyls, and I just never find. Every time I say, "You guys got any Krungbin?" they're like, "Oh, we get them," and they just go right back out the door. So, pretty popular. But anyway, I'm really, really digging this band. They're so cool. Got great sound. This is Mordecai. This particular one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's a good one.
It is. Got a lot more vocals than some of their others in this one, but really, really cool sound. Really digging them a lot.
I hate asking for them because they always look at me like I've got a screw loose when I ask for them. A lot of my guys have never heard of that band.
Well, that's up in Barrie, so it's a little slow back there.
Found this little gem.
Nice
soundtrack for the original Blade Runner. So really, really cool stuff on here for sure.
That's
and there's
cool.
some bonus tracks that weren't in the film on here as well. And it's got a really nice book. I'll show that real quick. It's got just a lot of photos from the film. Yeah, really cool stuff. So, yeah.
On that, I did finally get around to watching the latest Blade Runner, and I think people on here said they didn't like it, but
I loved it, man.
I liked it.
I didn't.
Was that? Oh, that was Curtis
Really?
who said that. What is not to like?
Here's the thing. I don't really like the original Blade Runner either. It's one of those movies that I've watched several times in my life, and every time I think this is going to be the time where it's going to click, and I'm going to like it, and I'm going to be on the train with everyone else, and it is just never connected with me.
Which version did you watch, though, Curtis?
I've watched. I watched like the final cut, I think.
Okay, yeah.
And then I watched another cut. I forget, maybe the director's cut or something. I've never watched any of the cuts that have the voiceover.
Yeah, that's the theatrical cut.
I know that. I've never watched those.
Josh,
that's the one I did watch, Josh.
Yeah.
That film and Chinatown are two that just never clicked with me. And here's the thing. I can appreciate them. I'm not gonna like knock them. They're just not my thing. Like the visual runner, all technical stuff, the wizardry that everyone, yes, it's all there for sure. I can appreciate that. But just that thing that gets you revved up inside and you're like, I'm going to watch a movie tonight. Which one? And you go and you pull Blade Runner off the shelf. That is never going to happen with me. Never, ever. And I've watched Blade Runner more than I've watched other movies that I absolutely love in hopes that I will actually like it. I'm done putting myself through that.
Yeah, I thought the second one was, the 2049 was excellent. That's a easier watch than the original. But the original, I do like. I do like it a lot.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy you do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, real quick, I'll just rattle these off because then we're running out of time. I found some great tapes here. Found a single.
Damn Yankees. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I have I'm hearing myself echo.
Yeah, I'm hearing echo
Curtis?
too.
Is that you?
Yeah, it's people without headphones.
I didn't
That's
have the
good.
Cinderella tape yet. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked
Cinderella,
about that, Kevin.
they should not have been lumped in with the hairband. They
Yeah.
were a cut above, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. And then I'll say the best for last. I found this one. I have their better tape with the hit. What's it called? I'm looking at it over
Here
there.
I go.
This was their, I think, an earlier one.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been looking for this for a while.
Yeah, there you go. We were just talking about that.
Yep. And you rarely see this on cassette. This is not very common. So I was very happy to find that. And this is a great album. So are you familiar with them, Kevin?
You didn't say that for last. This is the one you saved for last.
This was the one I was.
You got another one there, right? You got
no. This was it. This is the grand finale here.
You're punking us.
Wait,
right now, right?
I didn't get to talk about Lies. That's awesome that you found Lies. We both just got that recently.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
good.
It's in great shape. Yeah.
For some reason, I only have it
Trickster. Come on, has anybody at all? Trickster.
Yeah,
at all?
I know Trickster. Yeah.
Okay, you know them. Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't like them.
I'm not.
I know they're the cheesy hairband, but this is a great album. I mean, it's great.
Okay.
Curtis?
Dude, no, I said I've never listened to it on Twitter, and you said, "Oh, you gotta check it out."
Duke, I'll listen to that if you watch Losing It.
Okay, deal.
If Bill, no, I can't because there's no way I can win that. So there's just forget it.
I mean, look at these cool dudes. Look at these guys. They're having fun, right?
That's the best. That's the best. I wish they would bring that back. Oh, so good.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. I just want to show those real quick. So I'm done.
Okay, I got some things to show really quick. I got Something About Mary on DVD.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a sucker for like these special edition things. I just can't leave them sitting there, and I don't have this movie, and it's like it never even took this out of the box, but it's such a good looking collection. You know, it's got all the artwork in there and everything.
Great film.
Yeah, so I find it hard to leave stuff like that there, even though I'm not really interested in buying more DVDs.
How'd you get the beans above the Frank?
And I got the Philadelphia story.
Love the Philadelphia story.
This is another special edition, 2-disc dish.
Although, not to brag, but I have the Criterion version.
Well, this was sitting there for $3, so I would pick up the Criterion. Can't find this anywhere. Throw Mama from a Train. I love this movie.
It's a good one.
And it did come out on Blu-ray, but it's a very limited run. Not the greatest movie, but again, I can't. This is Meet Me in St. Louis, Judy Garland thing, but I find it hard to leave these special editions.
Yeah, they look cool.
There. It's just so. And if you ever seen this movie, I mean, the little girl in this movie steals the show. She wants to throw rocks at people and kill them and that. It's really crazy, dark stuff. So, and then here's something in your wheelhouse, you guys' wheelhouse.
Predator, which one?
That's right. It's just another. One. There's so many editions of Predator out there.
I've never seen that edition.
And every time I see one that I've never seen this before either, and I'm like, God damn, I gotta pick that up. I think this came out because there is some. What are we calling this now? Sea breeze? What are you calling it?
Sundries.
Sundries. Because there is an Alien versus Predator sundry in here somewhere.
Oh.
Is this it? Yeah, this is it. So this probably came out around 2001 or whatever.
Yeah. You got some movie cash there.
But yeah, can't leave those sitting there. And did I get any? Oh, I finally got this CD. I'm not the biggest fan of this guy right now, but
Kid Rock.
I've been looking close.
Close. Nugent.
Hey,
Ted Nugent.
Getting warmer. Almost there. Razor hot.
Van Morrison,
right? Because you watched Belfast. Dang it, I knew it.
Yeah. So this is. I'm so glad I picked this up because I started playing it and it doesn't say anywhere on here, but John Lee Hooker is on half of the songs on here. He keeps popping up. I'm like, that is so cool. So that was good. And then I've been looking for this forever. This is the CD when we renovated this house, I just listened to this CD over and over and over again, nonstop. Finally got myself a copy of the best of Van Morrison.
Didn't I put one of those in the box for you?
No, you did not. You put everything else in there. You put Trickster tapes and all sorts of craziness in there, but you did not put one of these. The only thing that's wrong with this collection is it's missing Caravan. If it had Caravan, it'd be perfect, but it doesn't.
That's also missing Into the Mystic. Like, why is that?
Yeah. Like there are some songs on here that are like I would have swapped around a few things, but I guess whatever. It's good. That's enough. I got like stuff from Christmas that I could show, but we're at 2 hours and 10 minutes. That's enough.
Well, there's always the Collectors episode 8, which is forever on the horizon for us to get to. And then we'll
Can I show one more thing, just because it's ironic, just real quick? I just put this up today.
Always time for ironing.
Can you see that poster?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. I'm backwards here, but yeah, I just got that up in my room today. So
that's the I have the vinyl, the Unplugged, Guns N' Roses Unplugged vinyl, and that's the album cover is that picture.
Cool. Okay, sorry, I'm done.
That's good.
That's a bootleg, right? The Unplugged, or is that an official?
I believe it's a bootleg. I don't think it's an official thing.
Yeah, I remember you showed it on here, right? I remember.
Yeah, that's good. It's like well worth owning, but I think it's a bootleg. Yeah, yeah. See, when we're rushing to show all this stuff at the end, we could be doing this in like the first 20 minutes of the show.
No, we're just vamping. Too much vamping. But we got to bust Bill's chops. Like it's just
true.
Yeah.
That's true. There is chops to be busted. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So wrapping up now.
Yes.
Wrapping up now. Thanks everyone for joining us for this edition of the Collectors. Don't forget to head on over to Midnight is Flashing for the VHS show. Lots of VHS action over there. And don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on this channel. Lots more action coming at you on this channel. It's always so exciting. The stuff that's coming.
Shut up, Bill. Since Mother Brain's here, we'll do a special 80s and 90s trivia segment since she loves it. Just to give her something before we go out. Okay, here we go. This one's for you, Duke. What is the make of the car that Marty uses to go back in time?
Oh, come on.
To the future.
What?
A DeLorean?
That is correct. Can you go 5 for 5, Duke? True or false? Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off of a raven.
False.
False is correct. It was a bat. What seasoned movie actor co-starred in Airwolf from 1984 to 1987?
I know his name. Shoot. Oh, the old guy. What's his name? Gosh.
I don't know what his name
Can you give me a little hint? 'Cause I know his name. It's on the tip of my tongue.
What is his name?
Sergeant Fatso Johnson.
My eyes are terrible. I cannot see.
What is his name?
Ernest Borgnine.
Hey! Wait! Check it out. What is his name?
Yeah. Okay. Borg, I get it.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, we'll give that one to you. True or false? The NCAA instituted the shot clock in basketball in 1985. You got a 50. You got a 50-50 shot. False. Wrong. It's okay. You can save it. You can save it right now. What pop star married Elvis Presley's daughter?
Priscilla Presley. Pop star. Oh. Was it Michael Jackson?
That is correct. Well done, Duke. On our
bonus
edition, the hidden track edition.
I will contest one of those questions. Ozzy Osbourne didn't really bite the head off of a bat. That was all a publicity stunt. So I would take that all those trivia questions and throw them out.
Yeah, but it didn't say he bit. It didn't say he did. It was a true or false, right? False.
Ozzy did. It's Alice Cooper who actually didn't.
No. Ozzy did not bite the head off of anything. It was all a publicity
When
stunt.
I was a kid, it was Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off of a bat. That was
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not true.
I
It's
know,
not
I
true.
know.
I'll
I know
tell
that's
you
what
what,
people
true
say.
believers.
It wasn't Alice Cooper.
Tune in to episode 8 of The Collectors to find out the truth behind Ozzy Osbourne biting the head off of a raven or a bat or nothing.
Raven.
Just go look it up. You don't
A
need
raven.
go look it
Tune
up.
in. Tune in.
He
He didn't
Smash
bite the
that
head
like
off
and subscribe.
anything. It's not true.
Duke, thanks for being our special guest today.
Thanks for having me.
Much more.
Appreciate it. Had a good time.
Don't forget to check out Duke's video over on Retro Nonsense and his
Set
Retro
aside some
Nonsense
time
podcast.
for it, though. Yeah.